Britney Spears has become a real problem ever since Kevin Federline started dropping little tidbits from his new book, exposing her, exposing what a bad mother she was, exposing what she put people through, the people who were around her, the people who loved her and were actually trying to get her help. But who am I kidding? Britney has been a problem for a long time. You see, the only thing is now, Britney is becoming a problem for other people. It's one thing when Britney puts herself in danger by her erratic behavior. It's another thing when she starts putting other people in danger, and that's what Britney did last night. Because last night, Britney was caught on video going to a restaurant with some mysterious woman. I don't know who this woman is. I literally think that Britney may have found someone on the streets that kind of took advantage of her. Because when Britney's walking into this restaurant, the friend's kind of like holding her hand, leading the way. But inside of the restaurant, Britney Spears acted erratically. I don't know if she got kicked out, but there was a lot of commotion that she started. Once she left the restaurant, she almost ran over one of her friends and then proceeded to drive home. Now, of course, the paparazzi followed, and you can tell that Britney is either drunk or high out of her mind. Britney was literally just all over the lanes. At some points, she was driving in the bike lane. At some points, she was driving directly into oncoming traffic. Now, in the video, you can see that Britney is putting something in her mouth. Some people have speculated that she's taking pills. Britney's Yas Queen fans who are trying to defend her behavior, they claim that she was just eating, but she just left the restaurant. I don't know why she would be eating after leaving the restaurant. I think there's a possibility that she's not popping pills, she's not eating, maybe she's biting her fingernails. She has a habit of doing that. I don't know if you've ever I don't know if you guys have paid attention to her fingernails, but they're often very stubby, and you can tell that she nervously just bites and nibbles on her fingers all day. It looks gross sometimes, if you want me to be completely honest. Now, I can't post the footage over here because they copyrighted it. I will post the video over on X. Go follow me over there. I think it's important for you to not only see Britney driving drunk or high or whatever she's doing, but also when she enters into the restaurant with this friend, I don't know, something really throws me off. I really feel like some random person kind of took advantage of Britney and got Britney to take them out to expensive restaurants and stuff. But who knows? All we know is Britney can't drive. And I feel like if it was anyone else behind the wheel, they would be in jail right now. Hell, Justin Timberlake got a DUI not that long ago. His driving was nowhere near as bad as what we see in this Britney video. And to add the cherry on top, once Britney got home to her community, she could not make it inside of her gated community because she was either too high, too drunk, or too stupid to understand how to work the gate. So she got stuck at the gate for almost an hour, just repeatedly driving up to the fence, putting in the wrong code over and over again, trying to get in. Finally, she got in, but it took a while. So yeah, it seems as if Britney's reaction to Kevin Federline's book is to just spiral out of control. And I hope that people who care about her are watching her. Because one thing that Britney will do, she will do anything to escape accountability. She will do anything to run from it. So as all of this information is coming out, if it wasn't true, she could just combat the information. She could sue Kevin Federline for lying about some of these things. But she knows that the details that are coming out are true. And the only thing she feels like she can do is go run around and get high and act like a little kid, act erratic inside of people's restaurants. That's what she feels like she can do to cover up what's going on. At least to cover up her emotions or her feelings towards what's going on inside. But I do have an article pulled up here that I want to read for you all. Before I dive into this article, if you enjoy the channel, if you enjoy these Britney videos, please smash that like button. Please share the video. The Yas Queens, I don't know where they've been for the last couple of years as Britney has been going crazy. You know, we've been documenting it and we've been talking about how a lot of the Yes Queens have disappeared. Now they're coming back. Now the enablers are coming back. They see that Britney is acting crazier than usual. And instead of stepping in for help, they're stepping in to make excuses for her behavior. You will see people that you have not seen talk about Britney Spears in years. Now they're suddenly going to come in and try to defend her again because that's what they do best. They defend her crazy, toxic, psychotic behavior. I don't know why. I don't know why they feel the need to do this, especially after the video that just released of her driving drunk. She's going to kill herself or get someone else killed. Driving in the way that she's driving. Do you think her fans care? No. They're stepping in to act like it's okay. Britney Spears can drive into oncoming traffic if she wants to, and if you say anything about it, it's because you're a misogynist. So the Yas Queens are coming back. They're going to be out here enabling this behavior. We need a voice out here calling this stuff out. I'm one of those only voices, so share this video. Also, as you guys know, I've been at war with these people for years. They've put me through hell. So if you want to take your support one step further, you can always donate via Cash App or Super Thanks. It's so greatly appreciated. With that being said, though, let's go ahead and dive into this article. Video shows Britney Spears driving erratically after night out as she spirals over ex's Kevin Federline's bombshell memoir. A video showed Britney Spears driving erratically after a night out with a friend as she is reportedly spiraling over her ex-husband Kevin Federline's tell-all memoir. The clip, obtained on Thursday, showed the toxic songstress leaving Thousand Oaks restaurant Red O and getting into the driver's seat of her black BMW after several people allegedly attempted to try to stop her. So several people at the restaurant tried to stop Britney from leaving in her car because they knew she was intoxicated. One onlooker says that the pop star nearly ran over her friend while pulling out of the parking lot. In the video, Britney was seen swerving into opposite lanes, including a bike lane, and driving into oncoming traffic as she made her way to her Thousand Oaks estate. At one point, she even tailgated another vehicle. When the Grammy winner reached a stoplight, she was also seen putting something into her mouth. One source says that Britney was stuck outside the gate of her home trying to get in for about 20 minutes. She would key it in, drive up to the gate, but the gate would not open. She did this 3 or 4 times. The friend never left the car. After 20 minutes, the friend just left. Britney then spent another 10 or 20 minutes trying to get in and finally succeeded. A source says her outing comes as Federline's memoir is putting Britney in a tailspin. She is spiraling. It is reopening old wounds, the source added. It's been rough for her with everything being back in the news. She's acting out. She gets into these spirals and it just goes downhill so fast. Look, if Britney has anyone around her who cares about her, they need to step in right now. Because it's one thing when Britney is high or drunk or whatever she's on, spinning around in her living room looking stupid. Like, yeah, that's crazy behavior. But at the end of the day, she's not hurting anyone but herself, right? Hurting her kids and stuff like that maybe. But physically, she's not hurting anyone but herself when she is whacked out in her house looking crazy, putting on weird outfits, spinning in circles, surrounded by dog poop, right? But when you take that same erratic behavior, you take that same erratic person and then you put them in a car and allow them to drive around in traffic and drive into oncoming traffic, flying into bike lanes, just swerving all over the road, then she becomes a danger not only to herself, but a danger to everyone else as well. So if she wants to spiral out over this book in her living room and to cry and do her little weird, stupid dances, fine. But if she thinks that it's okay to go spiral out in traffic and get people killed, that is not okay. That is not okay. Yet, Britney's fan base, the Yas Queens, they have come out of the woodwork to support this. They see the same video that you guys will see on my ex of her obviously driving intoxicated. Do you think they care? No. They make excuses. Oh, well, it's Kevin Federline's fault. You remember Britney's ex-husband from 20 years ago? It's his fault that Britney was driving drunk on Thursday. Was he with Britney? No. Was he anywhere around Britney? No. He's all the way across the world, but somehow it's his fault that Britney, a grown woman, is out here causing a scene at a restaurant, almost runs over her friend, and then drives home very obviously intoxicated. And she was intoxicated inside the restaurant, which is why she caused the scene, which is why people, including employees at the restaurant, literally tried to stop her from getting behind the wheel. You know, every day I wake up halfway expecting to get the news that Britney OD'd, died in her bathtub or something like that, right? Every day I wake up halfway expecting that news. Now I feel like I'm halfway expecting for Britney to go out in some type of fiery car crash in the Hollywood Hills. Fly right over a canyon or something, like literally. Because when you look at Britney's situation, right? If you're a sane person that's not making excuses for her behavior, when you look at Britney's situation, you know that this ends in one way. This ends in tragedy. If Britney continues down this path, Britney does not have a fairy tale ending. Britney's not going to die of old age. Britney's not going to marry some new man and have a fairy tale ending to her story. No. If she continues down this path, honestly, she's lucky she has made it this long. If she continues this way, it only ends in tragedy. And all of the mean things I may say, understand, I do that to be harsh because I don't want Britney's life, her legacy, or her story to end in tragedy. I want her to better herself. I want her to be a success story when it's all said and done. But you see, Britney's fans, they don't want that. It almost feels like Britney's fans want her to die a tragic death. Almost as if it would make her more legendary to them. Because I don't understand how grown adults can continue to make excuses for the behavior and the actions that we see from Britney. When obviously there's nothing healthy or good about how she's been acting or how she's been behaving since she got out of the conservatorship. And this is just the latest in a string of events. This is just the latest restaurant that she had to leave because she was acting crazy. This is just the latest time that she was driving drunk home. But one thing for sure, we'll be talking about her again because she'll do something stupid or crazy soon, maybe by the end of the day. Who knows? For now, though, I want to hear from you down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all very soon in the next one.